Welcome to the Jet Gaming Podcast. I'm Brian Swan, joined today with
Mark Warren,
DJ AJ.
he's just there.
Jet, I'm just here.
But he's not gonna talk. So leave him. So
You guys know the audio of this microphone is only going to catch like a certain.
That's okay.
What?
Speak louder.
I know. All right. What is each of you guys' favorite racing games? Let's get a general understanding of what you guys are for.
Well, I'm not necessarily a huge racing fan, but I remember one of the first few games that I was first few racing games I ever played was Burnout, and I have interest in Need for Speed since I heard Dead Mouse advertise for it. Tabascus, and I saw that was pretty funny. But racing game I'm currently interested in right now is The Crew.
Gotcha. You and me are going to be very big enemies. All right. Mark Warren.
Well, excluding kart racing, the only my only other racing game I've played when I was a kid was Gran Turismo 2. I said excluding kart, but was Gran Turismo 2 when I was a kid. I really enjoyed
Fantastic game.
Yeah, I really enjoyed pimping out my ride and just seeing how fast it can go. Even though I didn't have a memory card back then, I had to keep starting over every time I turned the damn game on.
Yeah, it sounds like my story.
Other than that, I also played a couple. What was it? I played Burnout. I had a Burnout demo for the Xbox because back then Best Buy was giving out little demo discs.
I remember those.
Yeah, I had fun with Burnout, and my only other racing game experience was I did own Forza, but I never played it. You came over to my house to play it, but I never touched it. There was a couple racing games I had on the Dreamcast. Again, I barely played. What was it called? San Francisco Rush count?
I mean, it's an arcade racer, from the 90s, of course. Yeah. From the 90s.
I love San Francisco Rush.
Yeah.
Yeah, San Francisco Rush was a really great game. One of the racing games that I enjoyed playing the most was Need for Speed.
Uh-huh.
So I really like where Need for Speed is going right now.
Favorite game?
Yeah.
Favorite
pretty much.
Favorite Need for Speed game?
Yeah, favorite Need for Speed game. I would have to say Pro Street was one of my favorites.
Yeah, I like
but I think my new favorite is gonna be Most Wanted.
Get Bass!
Dude, you gotta play the original Most Wanted.
The original.
The original Most Wanted, yeah.
Dude, the original
PlayStation 2.
The original one was great.
Yeah, PlayStation 2, man. Zach, you're up.
So, I'm a huge NASCAR fan, so I know a whole lot about racing games. I have all sorts. My favorite is probably NASCAR Racing 2003 season on the PC. So we're gonna step out the box a little bit, but it's my favorite. It's probably the most realistic NASCAR simulation to this date. For PS2 wise, my favorite racing game probably is Need for Speed Most Wanted on the PS2 that came out in 2005, because I honestly think it's a lot better than the remake that they're
going for.
Yeah.
Well, I think all of you know me, right? The racer.
Yeah.
But YouTube doesn't know you.
You're right, they don't know me. Except for the Gran Turismo trailer.
Not yet.
And but if
know.
we were talking consoles, the most fun racing game I would say is from PlayStation 1 would be NASCAR Rumble, but then I had to go with Hot Pursuit 2. I think that's one of the best Need for Speed games outside of the new Hot Pursuit in 2010. Gran Turismo is also really up there, but if I had to choose, Gran Turismo probably, as you guys all know. Gran Turismo is fantastic.
Cause you like simulators. I like racing games that really kind of go beyond go beyond simulation and reality. Something more extreme. Like why I like San Francisco Rush so much is like, is because there's explosions and stunts. Like, that's the same. Like also like I remember playing. I played Hot Wheels with you on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, Hot Wheels Stunt Truck Challenge.
Yeah, like that was
yeah.
like that was fun. Just like
That was fun on PC.
I just like racing games where I can get like an adrenaline rush from, like kind of more than racing games where I just feel like
It's.
I'm driving a car.
I think one of the best examples of that is Split Second. We did that. We
Oh, yeah, yeah,
brought that
played
to the
Split-
arcade a couple
Split Second
months
was
ago,
amazing.
and of course Disney shut down Black Rock Studios, which sort of ruined the chances for a sequel. But that was a great racer that just had so much potential for us. If it had a sequel, I can't wait to see.
Disney.
If they didn't, I would have loved to see a sequel on PS4, because how the graphics looked on PS3 were.
Like that and
Wonderful.
Mortal Storm Apocalypse. That and Mortal Storm Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Was pretty good.
Like my idea for my favorite thing about certain racing games is I think it was a Need for Speed game I played like back on Xbox 360, and
Might have been on the ground too. Maybe.
I don't know, but I like the idea of having an open world,
Yeah.
like whereas instead of just like
Well,
setting up everything in the menu screen.
Well, that's what GTA called out. That's what GTA called out to me when I was younger. 'Cause I loved doing racing, and I was like, "Well, I can drive around the game because reasons. I don't need to do the missions."
Yeah, that's like
So that's
even-
what that's what
Burnout
that's what
Paradise.
brought GTA to my life. Cause like my friend Tyler, he was like, "Oh, I got this game that you might like." And I was like, "What is it?" He was like, "GTA Vice City." And I was like, "Okay." I loved it just because I was driving the whole time.
It was the same
And
thing
you
with
can
me
kill
for
Yeah.
GTA San Andreas. Like, I just like the racing missions, even though they were hard as fuck. Fuck you,
Nah, man,
Catalina.
they were easy.
But like at first they were like really hard because I was young and I didn't know what to do because I wasn't really into racing.
Well, I mean,
But,
like,
like,
I was able to get through them pretty easily.
Playing back, I'm like I can beat the Caesar race like in less than a minute.
Gotcha.
Like it's pretty amazing. Like that's one of the reasons why I'm interested in the crew. Not only do you have an open world, you can go to races wherever you want. You get to drive around the world with your friends and set up those races together. And like,
Gotcha.
despite people saying that the graphics look bad,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the graphics might look bad in a trailer. That doesn't necessarily dictate what it will look like in the actual final product.
I
mean, like me and Brian, like we had a back and forth about this. It's like he feels as though.
Can I make my point here?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Crew trailer comes out 2 years ago. It shows a world where you have next-gen graphics, a next-gen experience. Everything looks fantastic. And of course, the game comes out, and it gives us an Assassin's Creed, which is where the graphics are sort of lower. You had some sort of, like, you had a lot of issues where there were a lot of bugs in it. And the overall game was just... What?
You know my theory about getting games the first day they come out.
Yeah, of course, you're going to have a lot of crap with it.
Yeah, like
it kind of
that's why,
sucks, but that's...
that's why I never
Well, I mean,
get games or consoles or any system or anything the very first day it comes out, because there's always going to be some bugs. There's always going to be something that the creators don't know about just yet.
Not always, but like it depends like how confident you are in the franchise, how much you're a fan of it. Like again,
you did buy Sonic.
It's not always Sonic. It's other Nintendo stuff. I would
Gotcha.
buy a new Mario game the first day it comes out, a new Kirby. I would buy all that shit first day it comes out. It depends like if you know the franchise. It's okay to be experimental as well. But like always usually look up a review. If you're not sure about, always look up a review or some gameplay footage beforehand.
See,
Right from
I
DGM.
wish I'd done that for a good portion of the NASCAR games I bought on the PS2. Because the way EA went about it, let's be honest, their games when they first were doing it back in 98,
NASCAR,
99,
yeah.
they sucked.
Yeah.
The graphics were awful. The gameplay was great, but the graphics were just bloody awful. Then 2004 rolls around, 2003 rolls around, they're like, let's do NASCAR Thunder 2004, and it's like the most perfect mix between a simulator and arcade racing game. The graphics are on point, And then after 2005, when they came out with NASCAR 5 Chase for the Cup, after that it just all went downhill. Because EA was like, well,
Speaking of simulators, auto show.
but like EA was like, well, let's try to make the graphics a little more realistic, and they shot themselves in the foot on that one.
Yeah, I had a
NASCAR.
I feel like
NASCAR 6 Total Team Control was complete bull. 07 was just a joke. 08 had potential.
I had 07. 08 was just a little bit better. I also remember having NASCAR 2000, and that was just...
Yeah, you brought it in one day on the flash drive and played it in here.
Has anybody played, let's see, Need for Speed, what was it called? Undercover.
Oh, dear Lord.
I never played it.
Oh, dear Lord.
Never played Need for Speed Undercover?
I never played
Yeah, I
it.
was
It
playing
didn't
Need
really-
for Speed. Wait, have you made
it didn't
don't,
really interest me.
man.
I feel like Brian has some memories about that game.
What system did you use it on?
PSP.
Exactly. Same here. Oh my
Like,
gosh.
here's my thing about
like Need for Speed Undercover. Just
What? There's nothing wrong with that game.
it was okay. It was okay, but
was
it wasn't
okay.
even. Well, I can't even say it was okay. Like,
I mean, I've seen people play it. I never played it myself.
I mean, it gives me, when I'm playing a racing game, I don't want to just feel like I'm racing around everywhere. Just like Austin said, I want an open world a little bit, or something that gives me a little incentive to like drive faster and drive more.
And want you to keep playing the game.
Yeah. So who knows when a cop is gonna come around the corner and starts chasing you down?
that's one of the cool things about.
I mean, lately I've been kicking it with the PS2 and playing NASCAR 4 again. I mean, NASCAR, honestly, you're just going around in a circle. To me, it's a lot more than that, and the games, they show a lot more than that. They have all...
There's no more fun to drive around circles for several hours.
I like
yeah!
You want me to roundhouse kick your ass?
Roadhouse.
I like a good course. I like a good course in my racing games.
I mean, that's what EA did. They added the fictional tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also like some. I haven't played like any NASCAR games, but I
Yeah.
have been played any some Grand Prix racing type games like
I mean,
Driven.
if you have a
It's one-
PS2, I can let you
Driven.
borrow some.
Yeah, Driven.
I used to play Driver. I used to play Driver a lot, like the Driver series.
Dude, I just sold my copy of it.
Which one? 1, 2, or 3?
The first one on PS1.
Yeah, that
I
was
sold it for $20.
I saw that game on the Xbox. That was really good.
the Driver 3.
I think it was Driver 1 or 2.
It had to be either 2 or 3 because 1 and 2 were on PlayStation 1 and 3 was a fantastic game. It was like it seemed the missions were terrible, but the game itself was great. You had an open world. You could just drive around, kill people. It was insane. It was like a mini Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, it was the game. Wasn't there one of the games, or I might be getting confused, but wasn't there one of the games where you could switch, basically drivers, pretty much?
That's San Francisco. That's Driver San Francisco. It just came out.
Yeah.
4 years ago. 4 years ago, it just came out. But
I have a general question. So, have you guys ever played Destruction Derby 2? It was on the PS2 and it was also on PC.
Derby games.
I think I might have played. I don't.
It never really took off. It was on the PC and the PS2. I probably made it on PS1 too.
Gotcha. Did you ever play Hot Rod on PC?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
How about Dirt?
Well, since we're just since we're just naming games,
I
I played the old Sega Outrun. It was 16-bit, and it bored me. I did not like
I'm
Outrun.
sure it did. It was
One of my
16-bit.
favorite, one of my favorite racing games, even though I lost all the fucking time, it was that one racing game for Namco, on the Namco Museum, if anybody had it.
I know
Pole
what you're
position.
talking about.
Yeah.
Pole position. Yeah, that's.
Oh my
yeah,
god, that
yeah.
game
Oh,
was
yeah.
fun. Like,
Yeah, it is.
I literally used to like run and drive into the grass just because I was tired of running, like hitting cars that I didn't even see coming.
Yeah.
Hey,
You do not play that game on that stupid Miss Pac-Man plug and play because like
Haha,
with
I
the
had that.
with
That
the
was
little
cool.
joystick you have to like turn it.
I thought that was cool actually.
the concept is created on paper, but the execution is just like it's really stupid.
I thought it was pretty simple. It was like it's pretty cool. It's
So
it
that's
is
why it
stupid, but
turned-
it's pretty
okay.
cool.
I rather use like well not like either like an analog stick, probably not the joystick itself. Like it's just like I guess it just wasn't meant to be on that damn plug and play thing.
Gotcha.
Guess not. I mean, some systems they just don't deserve a game.
Yeah, plug and play.
Xbox One.
Hey,
I'm kidding.
You know, I've also we're talking about like 8th generation consoles just for a second. I'm a huge Gran Turismo fan. I'm a huge PlayStation fan. But man, like but Xbox has gotten 2 Forzas, and there's a new one coming out already. They've gotten 3 Forza Motorsport games, and I'm sure they're evolving themselves. Forza's been known to not be the best racing simulator, but I'm sure they're evolving themselves. Like you had Forza Motorsport 5, and you had Forza Horizon, which is an open world, so it's catering to a lot of different racing gamers.
Horizon is awesome.
And PlayStation's over here giving us Drive Club, which is a buggy mess.
Hey,
That was horrible.
actually, there's going to be a new NASCAR game coming out
Really?
next year. It's going to be on PC, PS4, and I believe Xbox One.
Gotcha, because NASCAR 14 was terrible.
Yeah,
14 was that was.
Utanix, they've lost the exclusivity contract to do it.
Gotcha.
Someone else picked it up, and it has potential.
I know Gran Turismo had the NASCAR.
Yeah, but
rights.
they didn't have the exclusive. They didn't have the exclusive contract the NASCAR has been awarding since 2004. That's what killed off Infogrames, and Papyrus Racing Games. Because Papyrus Racing Games back in the 90s, they were making like the Indianapolis 500 simulators and everything.
Gotcha.
But then they were like, well, NASCAR is a bigger market, and we can get more out of it. They made some kick-ass NASCAR games. Like, that's how NASCAR Racing 2003 season came about. And it's actually impressive to see the community that it still has today, 12 years later. There's dozens of tracks. The pole position track, they made it for the game. Someone literally sat down and made the track in pole position for NASCAR 03.
That's insane. That's insane right there.
I'm so serious.
That is committed members.
I mean,
of the community right there.
they make new cars daily for real paint schemes and fictional paint schemes and everything. It's amazing. 12 years later.
That's beautiful.
Like, this is how they start making mods for GTA San Andreas still.
Yeah,
With
I mean,
GTA 5
you
out.
can't argue
Yeah.
that San Andreas is probably one of the best games of all time.
One of the best GTA games of all time. But
I mean, to me, it's one of the best games of all time. It's not the best, but it's one of the best. But that's just me.
Gotcha.
not according to G4. Should have put it on that top 100 list. But
Yeah.
no. Mario was always the sellout, huh, G4?
Yeah.
Rest
Mario.
in peace.
Who
But
doesn't love Mario?
everybody loves Mario, but
Oh yeah.
I mean, to me, the Mario games they just get a little boring.
Wait, why was
Yeah.
why was
'Cause they
Smash
get-
Brothers
they-
so low? It was a crossover.
What are we talking about?
I watched
I
that
think our topic just completely
G4
shifted.
Top 100 thing.
Gotcha.
but
Let me just say one thing. I think, in my opinion, for most racing games, nothing makes a good racing game than stunts.
Exactly.
I just said
which is
that.
why
I-
which is why Split Second is just so fantastic.
You got stunts. I want a game with stunts almost everywhere.
So
Split Second.
It's
there's
Split Second.
well, like
And
that are like that, and they're just complete junk.
Junk?
Yeah, like they're just terrible. It's NASCAR Unleashed.
No.
Yeah,
Don't bring that up, man.
yeah. And then
No.
there's NASCAR kart racing.
like even GTA San Andreas had better stunts in their games. Like not because they had them all over the place, but like
But when
it was specific.
But when you found them, it just made it even more fun.
Like because you didn't
you
expect
felt-
them to be
Because you
there.
felt more accomplished about finding them.
And like even like when I messed up the stunt where like if I'm on my bike and I see the ramp and I'm just like I go all the way up and then I like fall or something. Like I like literally sit there for like an hour going and like keep going all the way back like a mile back trying to just drive and perfect the stunt and hit a flip
You
or
know what I
something.
used to do? You know that jump that goes across the reservoir where the dam is?
Yeah.
That huge jump? I would take a pedal bike and just try to go across it. I would spend hours trying to do it to no avail.
And
insane.
I would experience one time. I was playing a Midnight Club Los Angeles.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
yeah.
Midnight Club! I forgot all about that.
And,
That's a great
uh,
franchise right there.
When you go down to that little sewer area, and then you hit that ramp, and you finally notice that you can hold the B button and hold. I played the Xbox version, by the way.
Yeah.
You can hold the B button and tilt the direction and do a trick and hitting backflips with a car.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was hitting everything.
So games like that are probably some of the best games.
Midnight Club, I think, was a series like
that was
while
a
I
great
like
franchise.
while I like Los Angeles, I thought Midnight Club 3 that was just hands down the best. Midnight Club, if not one of the best like games where you could just you could tune the car, customize the car on the outside and the inside.
Well, I mean,
And then all the cool stuff.
That's what Underground and Underground 2 let you do.
That's
But then
that's
like,
true.
but I think Need for Speed got rid of that after those 2 years.
I think it was No Carbon had it, and
I know most one it didn't have the tuning option. They just let you mod it out.
yeah.
I remember when Need for Speed. I forgot what Need for Speed was. Like it was one that had motorcycles in it, and like the funniest. I just like the ragdoll effects. I would literally.
Going around racing games as far as cars. Or
Trying to think on which one is it?
Huh?
Do you know which one?
The one you still got?
Yeah.
I can't think
I
of
mean,
it. I know what he's talking about.
I had it on the Xbox 360 a while back.
Okay, it's on 360.
But like it was hilarious because like I love games with ragdoll effects because like you just like see their body just flinging around.
Yeah.
Like you just see like their bodies just flinging around all over the place. And like I just hated the fact that you couldn't run back to the car like you could in GTA.
Yeah.
Like it would just teleport you
It would
back.
just put you back. Yeah.
Like no drive, no walking, just drive back. Like no walking.
Have any of you guys heard of one of the craziest franchises ever? Flat Out.
Yes.
oh my gosh.
The ragdoll physics on that.
Oh my gosh. When you play
Speaking of games like that, like
Flat Out,
have you guys like ever just got on like one of them like game websites on like agame.com or something and just play the racing games just cause?
Like the smaller, like not.
Yeah, like the free online games.
Yeah. Yeah, I
The
played
Crazy
Track Racing.
Taxi Flash game.
I have played some very
Does Crazy
terrible
Taxi
games
count?
on there.
Crazy Taxi, like the one that has like the. You know what?
Yeah, that's one
The
of the
crazy.
games. I think
We're
that-
talking about Flash game.
Yeah, I mean, flash games can fall in there because the way that the one website I go to sometimes, agame.com, they just group it all by like genre. Like there's racing games and there's the MMORPGs and then there's action games and puzzles and all that.
Gotcha.
So like you just never know what you're going to expect when you click on a game. There was one NASCAR game on there I really liked called 5 Miles to Go with Flash.
I think I remember what you're talking
It was Flash from 2000.
Gotcha.
Very good game.
Like
I recommend it to all of you if you're interested in that.
So
You don't have to turn. You just go down a
we're
long
just talking about racing games as far as cars are concerned. What about racing games with dirt bikes, like McGraw?
I had when it comes to like ATVs and
ATV Off-Road
BMX
Fury.
and yeah
ATV Off-Road Fury 4.
That's-
Oh my
yeah,
god.
that's fantastic. I love that.
Bruh.
I don't get one.
Huh?
I love the no. You can,
Yeah.
that's
If you
fantastic.
play
That
McGraw
game,
though,
though.
if you
That
play
game.
McGraw though, that game is so much fun. You literally ride around on a dirt bike.
Yeah.
Now you know how much I'm gonna get stereotypical.
Okay.
Black people like dirt bikes.
Oh no, dude! You gotta come to my neighborhood. There's white guys on dirt bikes everywhere.
Oh my god.
But like, my favorite thing to do in ATV Off-Road Fury was just like drive as fast as I can all the way off the end of the map so I could just fall off the cliff. It sounds morbid, but like when you do it with that adrenaline rise in music in the training mode, oh my god, it's fun. It's just so much nostalgia.
Gotcha.
When did I use
Alright,
that
we-
nitro?
Yeah.
The only I haven't really played much ATV games, but the only experience I remember ATV in a racing game was playing Motorsport Apocalypse 2 with Brian. I'm like choosing an ATV, and he chooses the fucking car, and he
I
just
used to a monster truck, and I just like
Yeah, you
crushed.
just-
Oh,
I
Oh,
thought
gosh.
it was one called like MTX versus ATV or something.
Yeah,
like
that was cool. That was cool. But we have to wrap up. Now.
Oh wait, one more thing. Like another reason I really like arcade racers over simulators is because like the multiplayer aspect. I think with the adrenaline rush that most arcade racers give you over simulators is like make a better competitive multiplayer experience and just slow play simulators.
I think it slightly depends on the person.
Hulu show.
Well, I mean,
Like if you,
That's
like if
kart
it comes
racing.
down to like, hey, you just tuned out this like Corvette Z06 to like max horsepower with like this awesome, like you just upgraded the suspension and all.
awesome exhaust.
Yeah, you just like upgraded all this, and you like battle online. Like one person across another on another like on the other side of the country is battling you with a car that's very similar, and you want to see what's better. It depends on the person. It depends on the person. First, but-
Just from a quick play standpoint, but like I can give it to me because like there could be that one guy like I've been playing this game for hours and I just pimped out my car, and the other guy's like, well, I've been playing this game for hours and I just pimped out my car. All right, let's see whose car's a pimp. It's pimp battle.
Frisky, 1v1, mate.
I mean, like,
1v1, man.
like
1v1.
the NASCAR Racing 03 game, or the simulator on PC. Like, you can get on there and race online with everyone. They have all the mods available. Like, they got the new NASCAR cars, old ones, everything.
Gotcha.
There's
So,
nothing
I mean,
like a moment in
there's
a racing game.
There's a demo online with the 2003 cars. I highly recommend it if you guys want to give a NASCAR game a try.
Alright, you
Alright.
had that one?
I'm gonna go put this back and I'll be back.
Okay. Well,
Alright.
we're about to wrap up.
There's nothing like a good racing game moment when you're neck and neck
Yeah,
and you only got this much nitro. That little
That's
bit
how
of
I
nitro.
am with like burnout was such a struggle for me when I was little because like it was one of those burnouts where it was like you had like 5 seconds to get to that one extra time boost so you were knocked out of the race and like
Yes.
me and my brother would race all the time and like he would get this car where like it was slow as shit and then like I would like they would all be waiting for me to get to the end and like I got almost to the end of the track and I crashed. I crashed. And I had 1 second left before I got to the finish line and lost. And I was just so angry.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
oh
I've
my
done
God,
it,
stop it.
so, like I've
He's
done
neck
it
and
in
neck,
sprints
neck and neck.
Need for Speed games. Like I just made that one mistake near the end of the race and it cost me everything.
When you're in first place and then somebody just
And then something happens, you just
to you and just. Have you ever like trolled somebody in mid race
yes.
online and then you're like he's right behind you,
You know
but
he's-
you just stop your car.
You slow down on purpose so he doesn't get in front. Yeah,
Alright,
that's a, yeah.
No,
Alright,
I
guys,
made
I'm gonna
him.
get out of here.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Zach, thanks
Yeah.
for
Peace out, Zach.
See.
thanks, man.
So yeah, he sped up, and then I slowed down really quick, and he crashed into the back of me, and his car flipped over mine.
Oh my gosh.
And then I was like, oh yeah, I got you, you wiped out. And then I noticed his car is still like upside down in front of me. I was like, oh crap, turn quickly.
No, the
And then I
worst.
watched everybody.
No, the worst moment is like when you're getting.
We gotta,
The worst moment is
we
like.
gotta wrap up.
The worst
We
moment.
gotta wrap up.
I'm
We
just
have
quick,
to wrap
quick,
up.
say
Have to
this.
wrap
We
up.
have to wrap
Okay,
up. I don't
okay,
care
I
about
can
your
say-
feelings.
okay.
This is the technique.